Alright everyone, welcome back to the CGB. God damn, I keep saying that. I know the name is different, but I can't stop saying it. Welcome back to the Cubecar Championship Series Season 2. We're on to race number 6 of 20 here at Kentucky Speedway. And we're guaranteed to have a good one for you guys here today, because this track was extremely competitive last season. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. And
Drivers, to your cars.
Sisyphus and Daisy
Drivers,
on the pole for today's race.
to your cars.
So expect those two to be strong all day today, although we did have a lot of lead changes last season. Don't know what that noise was. We had a lot of lead changes here last season. We also did have a few wrecks. Oh my god, did someone already blow an engine? Oh no. We're good. I thought Great Mirror Nation blew an engine and I thought it was over, but Sisyphus coming off of a great run last week at Talladega, looking to get another great run here today at Kentucky. Ready to go racing here at Kentucky Speedway. The green flag is out, and we're racing at Kentucky Speedway. A lot of people already going 3 wide back there. You can see Lightning McQueen going way up the track. Same thing with Hubris. Looks like Amori Jr. trying to make a run for the lead way on the bottom lane. He's a little out of it though. But this is one of those tracks where the outside line actually does work in some situations. So this might actually be a good chance for some of those guys to actually get a chance to get up to the front. It's like Daisy moves up to second behind Sisyphus. Meanwhile, right behind, oh, Amori Jr. slides up the track, almost gets to the 17 of Tosto there, our winner from Talladega last week. Oh, Amori Jr. almost gets into Tosto again. Having a hard time staying in the corner, having a hard time keeping his line. Everyone's just shuffling around behind them. Like I said, this is a very competitive track. You're going to see a lot of positions changing between everyone here, but Sisyphus continues to lead his first few laps. Switching to my ticker real quick. He's getting a bit of a gain on the OA to Sisyphus. Out of turn 4. Can she get to the lead in time? And now they're starting to make a pretty decent line. Hubris is making moves to the inside of Lightning McQueen. I don't think she's going to get much room on him though, but almost 3 wide between Tram, Side Knuckles, and U-Haul, but nothing out of that exchange. Look at Space Cube in 31 though, making a move down to the inside. Although Hubris is definitely better in the middle groove than Space Cube is, and really about any groove. But Daisy's still trying to find an opportunity to get past. Oh, excuse me. Try to get past the 08 for the lead. Those two are starting to already make a breakaway ahead of everyone else right now, but this big pack of contenders right here is what we want to look after, because that's when things might start to get a little bit crazy. Here comes Galaga trying to make a 3 wide work on the middle lane. It may end up working for him, but not right now, no. No, Meloetta is going to take that bottom lane, try and make her way around the inside. It's always the leaders that always have the least amount of action at this track, but it seems that's not the case for these guys back here, as they are doing the best they can to actually battle each other. And Daisy and Sisyphus are already up to a second ahead of everyone else. Almost 4 wide between Galaga, Igus, Suncube, and Haruhi, but they get out of there very quickly, and Galaga is going to be the winner of that exchange. Igus goes way down the bottom, trying to cut through the middle. She's going to get that to work a little bit, but not much gain from there. But she will get the position from him that lap. But let's check on our 2 leaders. They're still going at it. Not by much of a distance, but they are still getting away from everyone else so far. Oh, the passing action, though, is happening back here in the mid-pack. You can see Raccoon going through wide there. And he gets past the 22 of traffic count. I'm going to move this real quick. Real quick. Mr. Kill slides up the track a little bit. There's a lot of momentum to curb in the 01 that gets past him on the outside. And then Haruhi and Crush Cube both trying to overtake Curb on the inside and middle lane, respectively. It looks like they're both going to still be locked with them for that position. It's going to be very close between those two. Actually, Daisy, I believe, is almost caught up to our leader, so let's go ahead and check on that battle real quick. Oh, never mind. She has fallen back a little bit, but still trying to catch up to that 08 of Sisyphus. Sheepmobile not doing too bad either in that 30. He's running back in 4th. And Tosto, or actually, yeah, he is in 4th now. Tosto's in 5th. Passes a Moore Jr. for That's going to put him back to 6th. Hubris now in 7th. Bowser in 8th. 9th is Hedgerton, and 10th is Space Cube. Now the rest of the field is starting to thin out a little bit, but these guys back here are still going at it for some fun. Ooh, Mr. Kill made a very bold move on Suncube right there. Almost got into the back of him, but everyone else back here is trying to find whatever line works and use it to their advantage. Back here is your points leader, Dragonite, in that 23, who is, I might have just grazed by him. Yeah, there he is. He's your current points leader right now, and he's not doing too high. He's only running 30 seconds, so he's going to need to make up some serious positions if he wants to get back up front. We got battle for the lead. 44 of Daisy trying to get past Sisyphus, trying to be the second leader today. I believe she got it that lap. No, she did not. But she will get around him this time by, and for the first time tonight, we have a new leader. Even though I believe last time we raced at this track, it was a night race, but it was currently a day race here at Kentucky Speedway. I believe this is one of those tracks that transitions from day to night. There's another track on the schedule that does do that, which is Homestead Miami Speedway, so... But Sisyphus is going to go at it again and try and take that lead back from Daisy. And looks like she's going to lead this lap. And that's going to allow guys like Gogomobile and Sheepmobile to catch up just a little bit and get to both of our leaders. Tosto getting a top 5 potentially after getting his win last week could be huge for that team. Daisy's going to stay ahead of Sisyphus for now. Meanwhile, these guys still here just about going through wide about every lap. So these guys are doing the best they can to actually not wreck each other and try and get as many positions as they can. I believe Dragonite and Pac-Mobile are versus... Uh-oh, we got an alert already. It is... Oh, 70-sider's in the wall. Oh, and Grimnir Nation is around. And no caution from that? Really? All right. So I guess Grimnir Nation got into 70-sider and got sent around, but no yellow flag from that. Okay, that was weird. Let's go back and see what happened to these two. Oh, he came up the track, then came down and got into 70-sider, and then I guess that didn't trigger a caution? Weird. But he's going to come down pit road now and fix that damage. So unfortunate for the 66, who has just been on a pretty bad streak of races recently. Oh, we got another alert. Oh, it's just 66 on pit road. Mind you, Grimnir Nation started last, so that's still a pretty bad result for that team. But Daisy and Sisyphus alone are... Uh-oh. Okay, it's just Grimnir Nation again. But they're still getting pretty far ahead of everyone else right now. They're starting to thin out a little bit in the mid-pack. Meanwhile, the back of the pack is also thinning out a little bit, but they're still going to be battling each other for quite a long time until we get to our first round of pit stops. These two, though, still going at it for the lead. They have been all over each other since they started racing each other, and they don't want to leave each other. They're like lovers. Forbidden lovers, I suppose. Meanwhile, our battle for third place grows even more exciting as we've got Go-Go-Mobile and Sheepmobile going back there. And these are Hedgerton, who did so well at Auto Club a few weeks ago. We got Tosto as well, who also did pretty good on the intermediate track. And since this is another one, that'll mean Testo will have a pretty good time. Omori Jr. as well, also having a pretty decent run in that O2. Definitely having a better season than they did last year, that's for sure. With Space Cube, Sad Knuckles. I don't know why I'm so tired right now. And then the 26-foot U-Haul. And then running out the top 20, we have Crush Cube having a pretty alright night. As we go through the field, a 70-setter has fallen off quite a bit. And now Grimnir Nation is the only one that is one lap down. Daisy is still continuing to hold the lead over Yoa to Sisyphus. And Go-Go-Mobile continue to lose even more time to our leaders right now, so... But Hedgerton making some spots as well. Uh-oh, another alert. It's a 79 of Klonoa. Oh, another problem for that 79. That's 2 engine failures in, I believe, 3 weeks. Uh-oh, he might actually stop on track. That's not good if he does. Intently watching the base car. He's actually going to go to the apron right here. Still no yellow, but he is going to stop on the apron. It's not going to be a yellow. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it is a yellow. Never mind. So caution is out for the stopped 79 of Klonoa on the track. I believe he was just barely clipping the main area of the racetrack. I'm surprised that caused a yellow when the 66 spinning around in turn 1 didn't, but oh well. That means Daisy and Sisyphus' lead have practically been erased. But now, 23 laps in, we're under our first caution of the night. And just a rough 3 weeks in general for Klonoa recently, as 3 DNFs now in the past 3 races, and one at Talladega for being involved in a pit road crash, and the other at Richmond for blowing up with 10 laps to go. And that's just definitely not the way you want to start this season, especially since we're already almost halfway through the season. We were at race 6 and we're almost at race 10, so Klonoa is off to a horrendous start to this season. But everyone's coming on pit road early. Let's see what they do. They may be taking 4 tires of fuel, maybe no tires of fuel. It'll be a gamble to see what'll happen to these guys here. And who comes out first as well. Because they're all basically coming out at the same time. Or coming down at the same time, I mean. So they're taking 2 tires. And 70-sider... Actually, no, Grimnir Nation is going to get his lap back because he came down pit road. So, let's see who comes out first. And it's going to be Daisy that comes out first. Sisyphus is still on pit road. He's going to lose a lot of spots here. Yeah, he's going to fall all the way back to 8th or 9th. Behind Space Cube, I think. Yeah, he will. Then Meloetta, Amore Jr. lost a bunch of spots. McQueen lost a bunch of spots. Whimsicott gained a few spots. Bowser lost a bunch. Hedgerton lost a bunch as well. Meloetta gained a bunch. So did Sad Knuckles. And Sheepmobile gained a few spots. So it looks like it's going to be Daisy and Sheepmobile on the front row for this restart. And yep, Klonoa officially our last car winner of this race. I believe that's the first or second time this season that's happened. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, Whimsicott probably the biggest gainer out of all of them. Anyone else that lost a bunch of spots? Not really. It's mainly the same around the back of the pack. Oh, wait. Mr. Kill lost quite a few spots on pit road. Interesting. I don't remember if this track actually has the earlier restart sequences. I believe it does off the top of my head, but I don't exactly remember. Also, if this track looks a little bit grainy in terms of textures, it was made 10 years ago, so I guess give it a little slack in that regard, but it's a pretty nice track. I like driving on it. It's more like Kansas in a way. Especially with the green walls that still exist to this day, even though they have more safer barriers than they do here. Someone else has got a problem now. Oh, Packmobile with an engine problem. He's not smoking, but he's currently second in points right now. He does not need something like this to happen, especially when he's doing so well in points. I don't know what Heihachi's doing down there. He needs to get back behind the 97. Yeah, there we go. Because I was like, wait a minute. But problems for our Packmobile, who's currently second in points. Having a pretty good start to the season compared to last season. Does he DNF from this? No, he's going to attempt to fix that. He just came off a pit road too, and he's only coming on to fix that damage, so he will not get more tires, which is smart. I mean, IRL, you're only limited to a certain set of tires. In this game, you can take how many tires you need, so... How many tires did they take last time? Oh, just just 4 tires and all fuel, so they basically took it as a normal pit stop, which is interesting. But we'll be going back to green this time by. I don't know how long Packmobile will be on pit road. Well, he's actually just getting off now, so hopefully he can get off of pit road before the pace car comes down. He'll actually have a bit of an advantage because he'll be coming up to speed as they come back to the green flags, I believe, so he may actually get some of his spots back, and he may not even go a lap down, which is nice. Your pace car's just getting out of turn 4 now, and now he just exits pit road. But Daisy's going to lead us back to green here at Kentucky Speedway. We are back to green at Kentucky with just a little over 90 laps to go. Actually, no, a little around 110. Or a little under 110 laps to go. But Daisy immediately taking that bottom lane to her advantage as Scribner Nation is probably slow from that damage that he got. Immediately going to block Gogolmobile in the 13. I can't really tell if that 66 is on pace or not, but it's difficult to tell with this speed that he's showing right now. But now Sheepmobile is trying to get the lead for the first time tonight. Hubris goes to 4th. Space Cube is now chilling in this lead pack as well, which is good to see. A bit of a continental divide between this lead pack and everyone else because there's a bit of a gap right here. And then Whimsicott and McQueen back here battling for 13th and 14th, I believe. Or 12th and 13th, because Bowser was... Actually, who was in 13th that lap? Dang, it's hard to tell, even. All sliding up and down all around. That's what you like to see. Sheepmobile's got a bit of a draft on that 44 of Daisy. He's going to dive to the inside, but Daisy's going to block him out. But he's got a really good run. He is right on the back bumper of that 44. And just like that, the top two are tandem drafting away from the lead pack once again. But this time it's a completely different top two. Where is Sisyphus right now, actually? He's just chilling in 10th. Right next to U-Haul and Mori Jr. But now Grimnir Nation's going to unfortunately go back to being a lap down. Actually, it's now 2 laps down. So, might have lost more laps than what I originally thought, so. Now Tosa is going to go to 3rd. And now they're 3 wide back there with Sad Knuckles dropping a couple spots. But he's actually going to get a bit of a run out of the corner. He's going to still be 3 wide a little bit. As Space Cube clears them both. Now Hubris is going to block off Sad Knuckles from making any more moves back there. They like to take the apron on the front stretch for some reason. This is not Phoenix. You cannot do that. That is not optimal. There's your points hitter Dragonite still trying to fight his way through traffic. Definitely probably not a good track for him in general. So he is just trying to do the best he can to get home without any problems whatsoever. But considering we've had a big win at this track before, it's not out of the question. But it looks like Grimnir Nation is still on pace, even though they got spun into the wall earlier, which is kind of surprising. Oh, by the way, fastest lap of the race is the 89 of Whimsicott, running a 182.692, or 29.570 in terms of time. Ooh, Galaga right there, sliding up right in front of the 11 of Puck, who had a great run at Talladega last week and then just kind of died. Raccoon, your defending series champion, having a pretty ho-hum run in 24th. And Shadow making up some more spots. He's up to 20th now, I believe. Yeah. Or actually, I believe he's in 20th now. That's, I guess, it gets past both Cube and Shadow. Now Shadow's going to make a run on that 19. There's Crush Cube up to 18th. Pretty decent run for that 24, who has had a pretty bad luck recently. Oh, I guess almost gets into Goob right there. Almost made a little contact with that 00. You see her slide up the track back there for a second. But these four are freight training each other right now. Bowser's going to stay way up the track, though. He's going to follow right behind Tram and draft behind Whimsicott. Here comes Curb to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide again. And he will get it. And here comes Crush Cube as well, not 24, getting past Tram. And looks like he's going to try and get past Bowser as well, with help from the 00 of Goob. So a lot of interesting mid-pack battles going on right now. Meanwhile, our leaders, Daisy's still continuing to outrun both Sheepmobile and Toasta, but Toasta's trying to go for second. Could even make it 2 in a row in terms of races won, which didn't take until halfway through the season last season for that to happen, so. And Toasta's going to go down to the bottom and look to get past Sheepmobile, and he can't. Sheepmobile is faster on that outside lane. He's going to get away from that 17. You know, Sisyphus making his way back up through the field. He's going to try and get past Sad Knuckles in the 82 here. And looks like he will get past him. Now he's trying to draft off of the 07 of Hubris. Get past her, and looks like he's going to have a run as Hubris goes to the top. Unwise move from Hubris there, but she's going to get away from that one, luckily enough. As all these leaders have gotten around the 66 of Grimnir Nation, and Meloetta now in 5th. Hubris trying to hunt her down for that 5th place spot. Sad Knuckles not doing too bad, neither is Space Cube. He's been having a pretty decent run. Hedgerton as well in the 06, having a good run like he did at Auto Club. Going down to the inside of the 31 of Space Cube. Ooh. Now they're having to deal with lap traffic. That's the 97 of Packmobile, who is obviously off the pace with those engine problems he had earlier. He is going to slow the leaders up a little bit, allow Sheepmobile to get a little bit of momentum on the 44 of Daisy, but Daisy right now is pulling away with the lead here at Kentucky. Like I mentioned at Talladega last week, Daisy has been so close to victory so many times, but has just not been able to pull it off. It is still early, but I believe she can do a pretty good performance here today because the intermediates are her best track statistically and technically speaking. She has done the best at those last year and this year so far. Meanwhile, the mid-pack still being as active as usual, Crush Cube slipping right in front of Curb for the 17th spot as Tram has passed them both. Actually, no, he's still in 16th. Tram just moved all the way up to 15th there, which is impressive. Oh, another alert. I believe it's a Road Toe with a problem. Yes, it is. He goes way up to the outside. Everyone goes around him, and apparently a brake issue for the 96. So problems for Road Toad, who also might actually stop on track. Uh-oh, that might be another yellow flag. Yes, it is going to be a yellow flag because he's not going to make it to the apron in time. Watch those caution lights right there. No caution? No caution. All right. They did not. They threw a yellow for Klonoa, but they didn't throw a yellow for Road Toad. It's almost like the real life officiating system. It's inconsistent and bad. But if he was on track for a little bit longer, that would have been probably disastrous for our leaders. Daisy continuing to pull away from Sheepmobile as Toso now catching up to that 30. And Hubris now moves to 5th. Milwaukee falls to 6th. And Packmobile continuing to fall through the field with that engine damage he has. Mori Jr. is falling out of the top 10, but is looking to get back to it as now Bowser is looking to get past Space Cube for 10th. Looks like Crush Cube's still making up some spots as well. I believe he just got past Whimsicott for 16th. Nope, just still 17th. But Shadow also still not doing too bad. He's now caught between the crossfire of Gentle Cat and whoever else is in front of him, so he's going to have to be patient with this next bunch as they're getting really racy. Hedgerton in the 06 getting passed by Space Cube, actually trying to pass Space Cube. As now Road Toad is on pit road with that brake issue, and who knows if he's actually going to make it off or not. And oh my god, oh, the 06 with Hedgerton with a problem. He's going to go to the apron with a tire failure. Man, a lot of mechanical failures in this race. We barely had any in Talladega, but looks like Hedgerton is going to make it to pit road, but under his own power at least. Road Toad gets out, and now Hedgerton is going to come in. But problems for the 06, who was a promising entry for this race, but unfortunately it has a tire problem. He's going to have to come to pit road and get that fixed. Road Toad now just exiting pit road. And Hedgerton, unfortunate for that 06 team. But Sheepmobile closing in to Daisy for that lead. And Hedgerton is on pit road, taking tires and fuel to get those brake issues fixed on that 06. And it looks like he's going to continue, so another mechanical failure. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. Actually, not counting Grove New Nation. That's about 4. And we are not even halfway through this race, so yippee. Looks like both Sheepmobile and Tosto now catching up to Daisy for the lead. Nothing much. Oh, now Hedgerton's coming off a pit road. Hopefully he doesn't LePage the field. Looks like he's going to re-enter just fine. Meanwhile, back here, Bowser and Space Cube still going at it with Sisyphus. Mori Jr. has fallen back quite a bit and is now dealing with both Crush Cube, U-Haul, and Whimsicott, and literally everyone else behind him. So, Raccoon up to 19th. Actually, not 18th. Shadow still dealing with Gentle Cat, and now Spark It Up with an amazing run on the outside line. Picks up like 4 spots there and moves to about 18th. And he's going for 19th as well. Or he's going for 19th or 18th as well. Yeah, he's going for 19th. But what a run by that 98. He even picked up a lot of spots right there. That's the move of the race, for sure. Looks like 3 spots in 1 lap. Oh, incredible. These two still trying to hunt down Daisy for the lead as she has officially led more laps than Sisyphus did earlier in the race. So if she leads at least half of the laps today, or at least more than half, she will lock up the most laps led bonus, which would be good for her points. Meloetta trying to take 5th away from Hubris here. 7 versus 07. Meloetta used to be the 7D, but I numbered it wrong, and now I can officially use it as the 7. And Hubris is going to get away. Whimsicott and U-Haul going at it as well. Raccoon taking it 3 wide, and he's going to get really close to U-Haul going into the corner, but he's going to have to back out a little bit. Spark It Up falls back to 20th because of Goob. And now Pac in the 11 making some spots up as well as Shadow drops a spot to the 11 to Pac. But he gets past Gentle Cat, and I believe he lost one to Spark It Up, so. Here comes Cold Steel with a run outside of Suncube. You've got all 3 Sonic clones in one area together. How about that? We only had 1 Sonic last season, so it kind of makes sense. Toasto tried to make a run for it, but Hedgerton was the... Actually, is Hedgerton faster? He is. He's on fresher tires, so he might actually... Oh, never mind. He's 2 laps down. He won't get all of his laps back. But he might actually get 1 of his laps back from passing both Sheepmobile and Daisy. And this could actually disrupt the battle for the lead as he sends Sheepmobile to the outside lane. Doing a little bit of trolling right here. Oh, yeah, it's going to disrupt it quite a bit. Here comes Toasto for second. Locked in a side-by-side battle out of turn number 2. Looks like Toasto is going to slightly have the advantage. Dives down to the inside. Heavy braking on that 17. Hedgerton now trying to get one of his laps back from the 44 of Daisy. McQueen and Curb still going at it, but those two battling for so long have allowed Space Cube and Bowser to catch up, so those two will be battling for the top 10 spot, I believe, yes. You know, the back of the pack is just doing whatever they want to do right now, really. U-Haul went wide there. Here comes Raccoon through the middle, threading the needle. Almost gets into Whimsicott and Spark It Up, and almost probably caused a huge pile up. But he's going to barely be ahead of that 26 there. No, he won't. Let's actually see the margin between those two. About 0.05 of a second, which is crazy. Couldn't really tell from that angle, but it was very close. But now Hedgerton gets past Daisy. It won't be long until his tires start to wear down, and he'll suddenly realize that he's also on the same old tires as Daisy and Toasto, but we are getting relatively close to our first round of pit stops around lap, I'd say around 80, 70 or 80. So around that time is when we should start to see people coming on pit road. Toasto now going for the lead, trying to go for 2 wins in a row for that 17. Daisy had a pretty bad corner, and here comes the 17 to the inside. He's going to dive it down the corner deep. But he's not going to get ahead of that 44. Daisy being an excellent defender when the time is right. She should be on a football card. They ought to put you on the baseball card. So it looks like McQueen won the battle with Kerr, but now Bowser looking to get into that as well in that 85. Mori Jr. and Crush Cube, who is doing really well right now, battling for position. Looks like he's going to get some distance ahead of Omori Jr. and potentially try and catch up to Space Cube. If Crush Cube gets a top 10, that'd be good, because I believe he is dead last in points right now, so he definitely needs something to help him catch up in some capacity to our leaders. Sad Knuckles, though, catching up to Meloetta and Hubris. He is running 7th. The top 5 would be good for that team because they've been probably the best qualifier all season. Since we didn't run qualifying today because of time constraints, but almost every race this season he's made the final round of qualifying, so he has been exceptional in qualifying. Hasn't won a pole just yet, but if he wins a pole, he'll make it into the All-Star race at the end of the season, so he won't have to rely on the fan vote to get in. But he can still make it to the All-Star race based on if he finishes in the top 3 during the All-Star Open, which based on his speed and based on what track that's on, that could be a really, really good race for that 82. McQueen and Bowser, though, making some moves. Ahead of Curb, who's passed both of them once again. And he's now in the top 10. Space Cube falls out. Now, I guess around at the top 20. Tram has actually fallen back quite a bit since the start of this restart. He's back to 24th now. Gentle Cat has fallen back quite a bit as well as Le Cube de Baguette, currently 6th in points. Our highest running field filler in the standings. Not doing too hot, I would say. He's just kind of being chilling right now. Is just straight chilling, yo. But Daisy has been unstoppable since she got out front for the lead. We've got this little gaggle battle right here for this top 5. As now Hubris slips back to that final spot in the top 5, but she's going to battle with Sheepmobile for it, and Top 30's not going to let it go. As he's fallen off quite a bit as he tried to go for the lead, but Toasto now looks like he's going to try it. No, he's not having enough momentum going into the corner, and therefore he cannot go for the dive bomb. He's going to try it again, though, going into the front straightaway. Meloetta trying to get past Hubris for 4th. As Golgomobile having a decent run. Has pretty much been in 3rd all race. He's just been chilling around that 3rd position the whole time. He's doing a pretty good job at doing that. I say so myself. Toasto's still not getting away from that 44. He's got a bit of a run here. Can he get past Daisy on this corner entry? He's looking, and he forces Daisy up the track, and she's going to lose a bit of momentum. But that outside line is just perfect for Daisy. I don't know how she's getting this amazing runs, but now Gogomobile in the 13 has caught up to our 2 leaders, and he's trying to look for a position to get away from him, or to get to the lead. But now he's going to have to deal with Toasto, who's also been pretty defensive this race. Yes, hello, welcome back Mellow, your cube is doing pretty decent right now. Actually fell off a little bit since the start. Running 20th right now. Actually under attack from Pac in the 11, but they're running in the top 10 at one point. They're doing pretty good. I think after pit stops, though, is when they started to fall off, so now... Actually, pit stops are coming up pretty soon, so... It won't be long until we could potentially see a new change of hands for the lead after people start coming down pit road. But I remember last season, we had to wreck while people were trying to come to pit road, so... This will be an interesting turn of events. But now this lead pack is starting to close up quite a bit as Tosto has fallen off. And that has allowed Gogomobile, Meloetta, Hubris, Sheepmobile, and Sad Knuckles all to catch up and potentially battle for the lead if they can all get to Daisy, who has been just the class of the field so far in this race. And a win is so overdue for that team, as I mentioned, time and time again. What a great run from Meloetta and Tosto on the outside lane to get around Gogomobile in that 13. Curb, pretty much all on his own right now. He's distanced himself from both Sisyphus and Bowser. And now the top 10 as a whole has distanced themselves from each other, but right now the battle for the top 20 is still pretty decent. Back of the pack is probably the most active right now because they're all just kind of chilling around each other. Sunnyside are not doing too bad after he hit the wall, and Haruhi's doing pretty bad. Not what that team needs right now after a couple of good finishes back to back. Ooh, Meloetta trying to make a run on Tosto for second. Maybe Meloetta can be the one to try and battle Daisy for the lead here at Kentucky. It was last year where I believe it was both Daisy and Meloetta who crashed on the last lap here at Kentucky. I don't remember who won that race. I think it was Fear in the 13, but that cube does not race anymore, but... Oh, Tosto doing a good job at blocking, though. It's catching back up to Daisy again, or maybe that was just my perspective. But now that we're past halfway, things can probably go south very quickly for the team, especially since we are now simply gaming. The top 10 battle will probably start to heat up again once people start pitting, but... Fastest lap of the race is still Whimsicott. I believe it may change hands after pit stops begin, because these guys will have their cold tires, but... Who knows if that'll actually be the case. Tosto now trying to take second back away from Meloetta. That's not going to work out. Meloetta gets a fantastic run on the outside lane, and she's going to get away from from Tosto. Gogomobile goes back to 4th, then Sheepmobile in 5th. Sad Knuckles goes up to 6th as Hubris falls back to 7th. And Curb's still in his own league. 26 with a problem. Engine failure on the 26. That is U-Haul on pit road. And that looks to be terminal for that field filler. So, unfortunate circumstances for that 26. As he pulls down, he's probably done for the day. Had a good qualifying run. Started in the top 15. Poof, there he goes. Houdini. And that was a valve train failure for that 26. I believe that's his first DNF this season, if I'm not correct. So a pretty good run so far for U-Haul, but not today, I suppose. Meloetta making a dive to the inside to try and get past Daisy, but Daisy's going to shut the door on her. So like I mentioned, she's being just so good at being defensive in this race. That may end up being the key to victory at the end, but Daisy has been so close to victory so many times it may as well just slip away from her again if she has a bad pit stop coming up, which is what happened for her to lose Vegas to Hubris last season, so... But maybe Vegas, the City of Lights was a whole different scenario for Daisy, but... Oh, another alert. 66 of Bring Your Nation on pit road, so that means that people should be coming down pit road relatively soon. So Tosto going to the inside to try and get past Meloetta. And if they're pitting now at lap 80, then I think they can make it to the end on fuel, because Well, let's just see when they do actually start pitting. Let's just see when people first start pitting. Meloetta with a run on the back straightaway. Dives to the inside. Going to push Daisy up the track. Can she do it? Can she break away this lead from our top leader so far in this race? Actually, I believe now Daisy almost has the most amount of laps led. I believe she actually has secured it at this rate. Meloetta does lead that lap, though, and she's going to get ahead of the 44 as Daisy now slipping back a lot. She's been thrown off her groove, basically, by the Meloetta in these 7. But that 7 looking for redemption, but Daisy's got another run on the bottom lane. Not going to get it, though. She got real greedy, though. Now Tosto's looking to take away second, and does he? Maybe. Daisy's going to fall back a little bit more. He will get second away from Daisy there. He's going to clear her. But pit stop should be coming up pretty soon, so we'll just have to wait and see when people start coming down the road and how long they can take to actually get to the end on fuel and on tires. If they pit now, it's kind of skeptical if they make it to the end on fuel, but it'll be close, is what I'm saying, if we have no more cautions, which is likely, but also unlikely at a track like this. Tosto now trying to go for the lead. Oh, they both slide up in the corner, and that's going to allow Daisy to close in a little bit, but not that much. I'm going to take a swig of my water real quick. I refilled it right before the race started. Tosto, though, trying to make a move. Once again on Meloetta, he just can't get that inside line to work. He has been trying and trying, but maybe if he actually improvised a little bit and went to the outside, he would probably have a little bit more better luck. As Daisy's now making that outside line work, but not too much, actually. She's going to fall back a little bit, but Meloetta continuing to lead for now. Oh, 01 is on pit road. Oh, more people are coming in. These are our first leg of pit stops. So it looks like Hubris, Igus, Curb, Galaga, and Gun all coming down. Meloetta's coming down. So is Sad Knuckles and Daisy. So these two are especially ones that you would want to watch. Oh, nice Z fighting on the textures. Wait a minute. We have a caution? Caution's out. Oh, around goes Tram. I believe he might have been turned to the back straightaway, but Tram has gone around, and that might actually screw over the people on pit road. We'll look at that, what caused that later, but a bunch of guys are on pit road now, and I believe it might be closed. Daisy is just now taking tires and fuel. Let's just see what happens to these guys now. It looks like they are going to beat the pace car. Ooh, Shimobile had to jam on the brakes right there. But unfortunately, it looks like those guys are going to go a lap down, I believe. But let's go back and see what happened to the 42. Ooh, he might have gotten turned by Gentle Cat. Or what maybe was Among Us. Oh no, he got ejected. He slides up the track going 3 wide. Gets into Gentle Cat, gets slammed into the wall. And then Among Us finishes him off. Oh, it looks like Among Us hit the wall as well. So a big hit for both of them. But that is our second caution of the day. So, the thing is, everyone else is going to pit now. Oh my god, Curb, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Oh my god, what a Chad. He just zips around everyone else. But now everyone who did not pit last time are coming down pit road. So everyone back here is going to get their laps back. I believe. So everyone else that did not pit last time is coming down pit road now, so I don't know if those guys are still going to be on the lead lap or not, even though they already did pit. I don't think they will be, so that might have just screwed over a bunch of those guys. Or maybe they will be on the lead lap, they'll just be at the back of the pack. Or something like that. I don't know. It's unlikely. But that may have just screwed over Meloetta and Daisy's chances to win, so... And basically everyone up here who already pitted may have just been screwed over. But Tosto comes out first, then Gogomobile in second. Space Cube is third. Fourth is Raccoon. Fifth is Bowser. Sixth is Crush Cube. 7th is Whimsicott, 9th is Sheepmobile, 8th is Sheepmobile, 9th is Spark It Up, and 10th is Shadow. So that may have just screwed over everyone up here's chances to win this race. As now Galaga, oh, some of these guys are actually coming back to pit road. Interesting. So Galaga, Road Toad, Packmobile, and Hedgerton all coming back on pit road. Although a few of these guys were a lap down, so it makes sense. But the guys that pitted earlier, like Gun, Meloetta, Daisy, Curb, Sad Knuckles, Sisyphus, McQueen, Hubris, and Igus all probably got screwed over from that. They're still on the lead lap, but they're going to be trapped behind the leaders. So Tosa is going to... Oh, wait a minute. Hedgerton has received the black flag. I believe the 06 was speeding on pit road, or maybe too many men over the wall. But I believe Hedgerton just got bopped for speeding on pit road. So a bad day goes even worse for that 06, as he's going to have to come back and serve that penalty. Oh man, they're showing us the black flag. It looks like they caught you speeding on pit road. Actually, no, speeding on pit road under caution is just going to the tail end of the longest line, so Hedgerton, I believe, since he's a lap down, will just be behind all the other lap cars, so not too much of a loss, but he is already one lap down, so it's not going to be too bad for him, but he's going to lose a spot or two. But that sucks for the 06. Rarely ever do you see the AI get black flagged, but when you're me and you run these races so often, you get to see what happens to these guys. Especially under caution. But all these guys that did pit under that caution will be back on the lead lap, but now our biggest question is, how long can they go until our next caution? So they went... Let's see. So we're on lap 80. So they went 63 laps. So let me do a little bit of math real quick. I believe they will not be able to make it to the end on fuel before they have to pit again. So 134 minus 89. Oh, 45 laps left. So yeah, they can make it to the end on fuel. They took 2 tires in fuel, so I think they all will be able to make it to the end. It's just depending on how many more cautions we have. Because if we have a caution immediately after these guys get back on the lead lap, or if we immediately have another caution, these guys in front of our leaders will be able to get back into the lead pack, which is nice. So that's good for them. So yeah, Hedgerton to the tail end of the longest line. He's going to be back behind Road Toad for speeding on pit road. Too fast for NASCAR, or too fast for Cubecar in this instance. Bro really thinks he's Jacques Villeneuve. Bro really thinks he's French. But Meloetta's going to lead them to the green, even though she is potentially could go a lap down. Tosto is going to lead them to green in first place, and now we are back to racing once again at Kentucky. Oh my god, they're already going through. Packmobile is slowing them down quite a bit. Sheepmobile is really suffering from that slow 97. As he had that engine problem from earlier, he is really slowing down his entire pack. Now he's going to go to the top lane. Oh, this is bad. This is looking like a wreck about to happen. They're 5 wide into turn number 3. As Hedgerton goes back to pit road and Packmobile darts down to pit road. They are really stacked up right now. Look at this wad right here. They went 5 wide in turn 3 and they made that shit work. Oh, and Hedgerton got black flagged again. Must have jumped the restart. Or maybe he's serving it now. Strange. Uh-oh, someone's slow. That's Grimnir Nation stopped on track. That's what caused another caution earlier. Looks like it's not going to cause caution this time. Now Space Cube is your leader. Gogomobile is now second. Oh, Crush Cube is up at the top 5. How about that? He's now in 4th after he got a pretty good jump after Packmobile had that problem. He scrolled back down a little bit. So yeah, the 66 had another engine problem. This smells like a wreck about to happen right now. I feel like something terrible is among us. But Space Cube falls out of the lead. Gogomobile now in first, but now Crush Cube's up to third, and he's got some great speed right now. He could actually take away the lead. As Gogomobile starts to get away a little bit. And now Hedgerton's black flag has been cleared, so... But now Space Cube gets a great run in turns 1 and 2 right behind the 13. Oh, is a caution out? Oh, it is! We had a crash! I didn't even see it. It might have been Haruhi and Heihachi because they're furthest back from the field, but we are under caution yet again here at Kentucky. And let's see what happened to those two. It may have not been pretty. It may actually have been Haruhi and Heihachi. So another caution was actually really good for those guys. Oh, it was Goob. Goob killed Heihachi. And, oh, it looks like, oh, Gentle Cat got slammed into the wall too, and Haruhi went around as well. So Hedgerton got some damage from that. Goob got some damage. So about 5 cubes involved in that incident altogether. But everyone that... Oh, maybe never mind. I think Gogomobile just slapped them all. But everyone else that was ahead of Gogomobile, so Igus, McQueen, or Igus, Hubris, Curb, Sisyphus, Meloetta, Gun, Daisy, Sad Knuckles, and Pac-Mobile, they're all back in the running again. So these guys are all going to be back in the back of the pack, but they'll be able to pass people again. So that's good for them. As Goop is on pit road. Basically all the guys that got damage, and McQueen, I guess, are on pit road now. So all those guys are coming down to fix their damage. And it looks like Gentle Cat is out of the race. Weird. Protopia and Protopia violence, true. But now everything's back to normal after that caution during pit stops. Let me actually scroll back down. Oh, never mind. And Grimmy Nation is officially retired from the race with their second engine failure of the day. This time it's terminal. But now the real question is, do they pit? No, they're not going to pit. Interesting. So they will be going back to green this next time by. For those who were not here earlier, we had a caution at the start because 70-sider got spun out, turned into the wall. Actually, no, Grimnir Nation got turned around and got into the wall. There was no caution there. I believe Road Toad stopped on track, caused a caution. And then, I believe after that... Oh god, I forgot what happened after that. It's Klonoa that had an engine failure. No caution from that. And then we had another wreck after that, I believe. I don't remember. My short-term memory is not that great, as you can tell. And then our most recent caution involving multiple contenders, including Goob, Hedgerton, Heihachi, Among Us, and I believe McQueen as well, because he also pitted for damage. Which also took Gentle Cat out of the races. Gentle Cat took a pretty big hit. But now Gogomobile is your leader. And now, for those that missed it, Daisy was pretty much dominating the race for a good portion of the race. Got stuck on pit road when the caution came out, sent her to the back of the field, and she was stuck ahead of the leaders as they're about to lap her. But thankfully another caution came out and she was able to get right back to where she was to be able to battle with the rest of these guys to get back up there. So she's now 23rd. And now Gun and Meloetta and all those guys that were behind her are able to start battling again. So Sad Knuckles also a part of that pack. But Pac-Mobile is just in front of them, so maybe that restart will not be as good for them. But still under caution here, as I believe we will go green next time by. Yep, so now all the lap cars are going to go to the inside. So Galaga, I believe, is 2 laps down now. So is Road Toad. And that means Pac-Mobile as well as Gun also going to come down. But Pac-Mobile is off the pace, so that might also cause some issues. So let's see what happens with that on the restart. But Gogomobile and Space Cube will lead them to the green. Taking another swig of water right now. Gonna get some hydration. Like I mentioned at the start of the race, this is another one of those transitioning day to night tracks. There are 2 of those on the schedule. There's this, and then the final track of the season, Homestead Miami Speedway. This track honestly isn't as graphically cool looking as Homestead is at night, but at least it still looks kind of neat. It's nice looking for a game that was made in 2003, so hey, at least there's that. You can see like the contrast between where the lights end and where the lights begin. It's about as bright as it is when you go to the real track, but unfortunately they don't race here anymore because they got rid of it because of COVID. But Go-Go-Mobile in the 13 going to lead them to green here. On this restart, there are 5 cubes that are lapped down. But gotta watch Pac-Mobile though, see how he fucks up the rest of this pack. Green flag is back out, and you can already see Pac-Mobile off to a horrible start. Looks like everyone, Sheepmobile though, taking a very aggressive move to the outside. What a move by the 30 there, just getting past everyone. And looks like all the lap cars behind them are going to get stuck behind Pac-Mobile, so that's going to be problematic for them. But look at Shadow up here as well as Crush Cube. But Road Toad is going to block him off. And now Raccoon is up here as well in that 45. I believe he is on the lead lap. Yes, he is. He could go on and win this race and go 2 for 2 at the intermediates. Tosto getting forced out to the outside lane. And Go-Go-Mobile got an amazing restart. He's going to get away from both Space Cube and Crush Cube, who's now in 3rd. Then Raccoon, Whimsicott, and now 3 wide for 5th or 6th. Shadow the Hedgehog now in the picture as well. He started way back in the field. He's now in the top 10. And this pack is getting real crazy. Look at this. Now Pac is up here. Traffic Cone, Gun. Amori Jr. is back up here as well. Spark It Up is almost in the top 10. Look at this wad right here. And then all those guys got past Pac-Mobile, and they're getting spots as well. So we could still have some spaces shuffled around towards the end of this race. But now Raccoon passing. Yeah, as good as SimCity 4. Raccoon now trying to pass Crush Cube for 3rd. Looks like he might get it here, but Go-Go-Mobile has already checked out. He ran a 30 seconds flat last lap. Look at that. 30.0 dead. I've never seen that before. That is wild. Fastest lap of the race is still Whimsicott, and now that Whimsicott is up here, he might actually be a threat to the leaders. But Road Toad is still on pace with the rest of this pack as everyone else is still fighting for positions back here. Shadow now up to 7th, now trying to go for 6th. Spark It Up actually is in the top 10. Looks like Pac is going to be the last cube in the top 10. Never mind, it is Sheepmobile who is 10th. As now Omori Jr. goes to the bottom to try and pass that 11. Mr. Kill up here as well, so is our points leader Dragonite up to 18th. And everyone else back there who is so dominant up front early in the race. Hubris and Daisy and Meloetta all fighting with this lap traffic to try and get back up there. They are not having a good time doing that. Daisy, though, taking that middle line. She's going to get past both Hedgerton and Baguette. And now trying to get past Sad Knuckles. Look, like I said, Go-Go-Mobile has practically checked out for the rest of this field. Space Cube really needs some good runs here so we can actually catch up. Or he needs another caution, which judging by how this field is racing each other right now, we could very well get another caution. That's absolutely not out of the question as these guys are racing each other like crazy. I think Pac and Suncube is actually trying to get into the top 10 as well. That's her Daytona winner. Still doing pretty decent in points even after having issues at Talladega last week. 3 wide between Whimsicott, Raccoon, and Bowser for, I believe, the 4th place position. Looks like Raccoon's going to get out of there the best. Space Cube trying to do the best he can to pull Crush Cube with him to get to the lead. Those two really need a caution because Go-Go-Mobile has basically just rocketed away from everyone else. He's running almost a second faster than everyone else. How is this possible? Toaster's running pretty good laps as well. And it looks like Daisy, not too much, but she's still gaining spots compared to other contenders. Mr. Kill, though, going to the middle, gets to the 11 of Pac, sends him to the track, but does not turn him. That was way too close for that 21 of Mr. Kill. Oh boy. We almost had a big wreck right there. That would have absolutely murdered that 11. Crush Cube, though, looking for second. Trying to get past the 31 of Space Cube. Rotoad, who is, I believe, 3 laps down, right behind. I stretched that 4 laps down now. Raccoon, the 45, looking for another good finish this season. Gets past Rotoad, now Shadow as well, and now in 5th. Whimsicott 6th, Bowser 7th, Toasto back up to 8th. Suncube is 9th, and Mr. Kill trying to make it 3 wide. Almost gets into the back of Spark It Up in the 98. Looks like all those guys that got caught back up in traffic. Daisy still passing Cubes. Trying to get past Cold Steel in that 74 and Gun in the 47. Air Traffic Cone not having too bad of a run either. Trying to get past Omori Jr. Dragonite up to 14th. Could extend his points lead after Pac-Mobile had his problem. This Pac-Mobile is now 3 laps down as Mr. Kill slides up the track a little bit. Mobile definitely has fallen off since the start of this race. Now Crush Cube is up to 2nd, but he is still losing a bunch of time to our leader, Gogomobile. They really need to caution now so that they can actually get back up to him. But like I said, they've been racing crazy. They will not hesitate to wreck each other, especially at this track. As they're starting to thin out once again, Meloetta benefiting the worst from that restart. She is just getting eaten up by this lead. Daisy in the 44 trying to make some moves, but side drafting with the 22 of Traffic Cone. And she gets around him here, and now she's catching up to Sad Knuckles with Hubris and Hedgerton in tow, but Hedgerton is 2 laps down, so he will not make much of a difference to that at all. Whimsicott, I believe, has fallen back a little bit. So has Shadow. Now Bowser's up here battling with Space Cube. He goes from 7th to 5th. And now Raccoon trying to get past Crush Cube as Crush Cube gained a little bit that lap. He was just a smidge faster than Gogomobile. He's looking. He really needs a good run right here so he can get up and steal a win away from that 13. But that 13 is checked out. And with almost 20 laps to go, but he still needs a caution. Crush Cube still needs a caution so he can catch up to Gogomobile. Unless he can get up there on raw speed alone, which I believe he can because he's getting really fast right now. Mr. Kill will not hesitate to take these guys 3 wide. He is probably the most aggressive of this pack right now. Running with both Pac, Dragonite, and Sheepmobile. Trying to get that rear end draft. Becoming the sniffer right now with a big old nose. Everyone's gonna not like you for that big ass nose. Ooh, Dragonite lost a lot of momentum in turn number 1 right there. He's gonna have to duel with Omori Sr. or Omori Jr. actually. Sheepmobile though trying to draft behind the 11 of Pac. Spark It Up still holding off that last spot in the top 10. Gogomobile in the 13. Holt still staying way ahead of our leaders. Crush Cube did gain a little bit that time. He did run a slightly faster lap, but if he continues to run faster laps than the 13 does, and with the help of Rotoad with some draft, he might actually catch up to our leader before this race is over. So all he needs is some damn good speed. He did run another faster lap than Gogomobile, but it was not very much of a gain. Oh, around goes Toasto in front of the field. Oh no, that's gonna collect a lot of them. They're still wrecking. Oh, yep, that's the big one. That's the big one. Oh, big pile up in turn number 3. Oh, big hit by Galaga. That's gonna take out a lot of contenders from this race. The big one. Their first big one of the year, and it's at Kentucky of all places. But that's going to erase the lead. But that's going to put a lot of people into an advantageous position, but a lot of people are probably going to be eliminated from that crash. That is one consequence of racing way too aggressive. Traffic cone immediately out of the race. Looks like Spark It Up is out too. Dragonite is done. Looks like Goob is done. Pawk is done. Igus might be done. Milliwetta looks like she's done. 3 straight cubes smoking together, and actually no, just 2, but it looks like, yeah, 3 of them. That is the big one. Oh, Igus just had an engine failure on pit road, so she's going to be done. Fellas, that is not something you want to see right in front of you. But let's go back and see what happened. The 17 of Tosto got turned around in front of the field, and that took out a lot of contenders. Like 6 or 7 people just retired from the race from that. How about that? Looks like he got turned by Bowser, I think. No, it was Whimsicott. Turned him into the wall. Into Spark It Up, and there they go. Daisy got out of that one pretty clean, actually. Oh, never mind. I think she sent... And there it goes. Jesus Christ, Tram... Oh, man, Haruhi and Tram both flipped over. Oh, and a big hit for Galaga. I just had the Arca brakes right there. Oh, let me rewind real quick. And let me take a screenshot. Don't crash the game. Alright, there we go. Let me just post that in the Discord real quick. Do. Uh-oh. Oh, we're paused. Okay, I thought the game crashed. But you know, let's go on board with one of the cubes that was involved in that. Let's go on board with the 17 of Tosto. Not you. Tosto. Who's still in the race for somehow after that. Let's go on board. Oh my god, we lost like 13 people from that crash. POV, you have died. Oh, there's a good view of the carnage right there. Heihachi actually got out. Oh, never mind. Heihachi got a little damage, but he actually got out of there pretty clean. Whimsicott's still on pit road. I believe he's the only one that's still on there, but another big change into the race, or at least in the running order of the race. But now Daisy's back up in contention for the win potentially. And now Heihachi's up here as well. He actually, oh my god, we only have 13 cubes that could win this race now. Holy shit. We just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cubes just got crashed out of that race. Holy shit, we were reaching 2013 Charlotte levels of jank with that one. That may be the biggest wreck we've had in a while since Charlotte last year. Except we did not have a car going airborne. Well, kind of, but we had 2 cubes go on their side, so that's close enough. And 2 of them are still running. Pac-Mobile and Rotate are still doing pretty good. They might actually gain a lot of positions off of that. And might I also add, Whimsicott retired from no fuel, which is something you don't see every day, but yeah. That was 17 cubes, more, and 4 or 5 more that were also involved that are out of the race from that one. Well, what a huge crash. This late in the race, too. We're going to have basically a shootout to go to the finish. But Gogomobile is going to lead them to the green here. I believe Crush Cube is our fastest cube on track right now, because Whimsicott was taken out of that crash. Raccoon will line up 3rd, then Space Cube 4th, Shadow 5th, who, might I add, is also winless, and also participated last season. Sun Cube 6th, Bowser 7th, 8th is Sad Knuckles, 9th is Sheepmobile, 10th is Hubris. But Sheepmobile might have a little damage. Daisy is 11th, she also might have a little damage, same with Curb. So there's basically about 11 or 12 competitive cubes left in this race. Wild. It's just like Charlotte last year. Which that's going to be the track for the All-Star race, so be prepared for that one when we get to that track, because that track is going to be mental. Green flag is back out of Kentucky. Let's see who's going to be the winner of this already chaotic race. Gogomobile and Crush Cube and Space Cube all take the top, but Raccoon takes the bottom lane. This is how Gogomobile got the lead in the first place, but Crush Cube is staying right behind our leader. Oh, and Road Toad's going to slow them all down. Oh, and Crush Cube gets a horrible corner in turn number 3. And Gogomobile's going to get away once again, but not as much as he did last time. Crush Cube really needs... Crush Cube or Sun Cube both need to get to the bottom lane, but Sun Cube's the one in the best position right now. As both Gun and Road Toad and Gun are both holding him off pretty hard. Crush Cube gets around Gun though, and he's gonna dive to get past Road Toad, but he's not gonna get it. Space Cube got an excellent run on the front straightaway. He might actually catch up the Crush Cube here. But Gogomobile not as far out front as we thought he would be. Even though he is gaining a little bit now, he is... Oh my god, I just realized half the field is retired from the race. What the fuck? Yeah, over half of the field is toast. That is wild. Crush Cube losing a little bit of momentum. All he needs to do to get to the lead is pass Gogomobile, and that's all he needs to do. And look at Daisy coming up the field as well. Not getting too many positions, but she is wanting to get back up there. But I'm afraid she does not have much time to do it. Oh, we got another alert. It's the 44 of Daisy with an engine problem. Oh, and another win. Slipping away from that 44 team. Heartbreak once again. Oh, right for the 70. And that looks to be terminal as well. And another engine failure is going to take another strong contender out of the race. Is she going to make it to pit road, though? Yeah, she will, but Gogomobile... And now Crush Cube is clear of the 96, and all he needs to do is run a bunch of faster laps than Gogomobile, and he might get it. But he might also need another caution here, because he is pretty far back now. He just needs to find the optimal line. Oh, but Road Toad's going to fight him for it, though. He forces him up the track, and that's going to really hurt his chances of getting up to Gogomobile. I almost said Daisy, because Daisy's led the most laps in this race so far. Daisy's still on pit road. Road Toad's still faster. That's going to allow Gogomobile to get even further out. Another alert. It's Daisy on pit road, and she has retired with a piston failure. But she's probably furious after that one. Yeah, Gogomobile continuing to run away with this lead early on this one. Crush Cube needs another caution if he wants to get back up to the lead, but he has just not been able to get up to these restarts. Meanwhile, look at this battle for the top 10 right here. Between Shadow, Bowser, Sad Knuckles, I believe Gun is also in this picture as well. Actually, no, he's not. He's a lap down. Raccoon's all in his own spot right now, so is Sun Cube. Both Sun Cube and Space Cube battling for position, but Gogomobile once again in a league of his own right now. Crush Cube, though, is going to have some help from Sun Cube in the 56. Road Toad's still holding them off. He's basically the one that's preventing them from getting up to the lead. And that is pleasing that number 13 right now, who... Oh, and Space Cube's going to try and battle Crush Cube for second. But if we get a caution, we might get a green-white checkered finish at this rate, but it doesn't look like we'll be getting a caution considering how many we have left. And it's kind of risky getting a caution this late in the race because of the factor of if you finish a race with 2 laps to go under caution, you cannot continue it and it must end from there. There is no overtime in this game, which is quite unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. That 13 has basically checked out as Crush Cube falls to 4th, Raccoon now up to 3rd. Sun Cube goes up to 5th as Hubris falls to 6th. And now the rest of the top 10 basically within this one pack right here. What a run for that 13. Has been pretty alright this season so far, but is looking for a win to further make his chances of winning the championship. Did pretty decent at Auto Club, our last intermediate, so his good performance here is definitely no surprise. As Crush Cube continues to lose more spots. But what he does not really need right now is a caution flag, which I don't believe is going to happen because they're also spread out because there's so little of them remaining. Oh, did not mean to do that. But less than 3 laps to go, or 4 laps to go for Gogomobile here. Berto's still trolling them, holding them off. No one can really get by him here, but Crush Cube is going to try and go back for that second place spot. But at one point, Daisy was the most dominant cube on the track, and then another point, it was Sisyphus. And now Gogomobile trying to hold off the rest of the field for just a few more laps, take away the victory here at Kentucky, unless a caution comes out, which means he would win by default with 2 to go. So he is basically locked in to win unless he has a problem, which probably won't happen. Wink, wink. 2 to go this time by. Can the 13 steal away a victory as Raccoon trying to go for second as Crush Cube has fallen out of the top 5. Hubris now up to 4th. And now the rest of the pack just battling for the last few spots for top 5. Sad Knuckles trying to get with Bowser for a position. Last lap for the 13 of Gogomobile here at Kentucky. Got away from the rest of the field after having just the best restarts and gets away to about a 2 or 3 second lead. Oh, we got an alert in the box. Oh, it's just 74 on pit road, so it's just cold steel pitting again. But coming out of turn number 4 for the final time, after a long and chaotic race at Kentucky, it looks like Gogomobile is going to take away the win at Kentucky in a last lap turn of events. Raccoon's going to come home 2nd. Space Cube, career best 3rd. Hubris comes home 4th. Sun Cube 5th. Crush Cube, career best 6th. Bowser gets a career best 7th. Sad Knuckles gets 8th. Shadow gets 9th. And Sheepmobile gets 10th. And look at that retirement list. That is a beautiful sight right there. That's some real racing. Actually, hold on. I've got to fast forward this to the end. There we go. There we go. Gogomobile is your winner here at Kentucky. And we'll be coming back to you tomorrow night for a race at the ever so chaotic Rockingham Speedway. And that'll be a fun one for sure. But until then, tomorrow night, I'll see you later. Good night.